This is the audio podcast. It's show 154, recorded the 16th of June 2015. I'm Scott here, and I'm here alone. But you, our great listeners, are here, so all is well. Let's don't forget you can get the audio podcast online via theaudiopodcast.co.uk. You can find us on YouTube, iTunes, G-Podder, Stitcher, and pretty much everywhere you can expect to find high quality podcasting and all that sort of stuff. It's all there. Let's get straight into news then. Loads of stuff. It's just going to be a quick summary of what's been on the audio podcast this week because the other guys are away. But just to quickly run through it here. First of all, on iOS 9, it's been announced that it will fully support audio units in the future. So with the release, we're going to get complete support for all audio units. Within the actual iOS environment itself. That's a massive development for any GarageBand users or any other sort of devices and anybody else using any sort of applications. You're literally just going to be able to get an audio unit, install it into iOS, and then use it within any applications you've got in there. Not only that, but there's also going to be a development change as well with the release of the new, or with an update to the audio unit standard, which will mean that audio units will be a build once for iOS and OS X as well. Now, obviously, how well that's going to work is probably going to be related to the processing requirements because, iOS devices are far behind the actual OS X devices in terms of processing capability. So I think we will see some limitations in terms of how well that can be implemented. But nonetheless, it does mean that we can expect to see a lot of maybe smaller developers moving their OS X audio units into the iOS environment as well. So that's going to be great stuff. Also in Apple news, a couple more bits. The Apple Music streaming service has been announced, and alongside with the announcement of it is a leak of the contract details as well. You'll find the links both at theaudiopodcast.co.uk/show/154. A couple of cool bits. First of all, it's going to be a free streaming service with a free trial to start with, so you can check it out for free, and then if you like it, you can pay. The negative side of it is this going to save the music industry? The answer is almost certainly no. The streaming contract details are absolutely, are shocking to say the least. For the 3-month trial at the start, no right holders get paid anything. That's going to be I don't know how they've sold that to anybody, to be perfectly honest, no idea. After that, the standard payment level is expected to be about 58%. So for any earned revenue you get, you'll get 58% of that, and the remainder of it will be returned back into Apple. This is really a return to the kind of 99 cents kind of price model where Apple are going to are pushing as much to sell and as an add-on to their ecosystem rather than kind of really looking to remunerate content creators in the way they are. It puts it in an interesting situation here. Are Apple going to beat Spotify? You suspect probably so, just because there's so many devices. Spotify are playing hard to get back in there with some free promotions themselves at the moment. But at the end of the day, it could well be that in a couple of months' time, the music industry is going to reflect on where they were with Spotify and think that was a better place to be. But there we go. We'll see when that comes through and it shakes out and all those things. A couple of other things happening as well. On June the 9th, Propellerhead launched the 8.3 public beta. It's available now to try, and the full release will be later on as well. We hope to get a review of that in the near future. And we're big fans of Reason, as everybody knows. And we've, if you want to, you can go back and hear the review of Reason 8. From previous on if you want to. So talking about things you want to try over the summer, you'll find that Softube have actually reset all of their demos. So if you've tried a Softube product out before and it wasn't for you or it didn't fit into your workflow, then you'll find that you can try it again if you want. All the user demo time periods have been reset. So you can try it out and see what you think about it, and maybe there'll be something you tried before and now it's been developed on a little bit further more applicable. So that's a cool kind of toy to play with as well. So not only the Reason 8 public beta, Reason 8.3 public beta, but also some Softube demos are also available in there as well. So a quick overview of the news. Don't forget the audiopodcast.co.uk is updated all the time, and while we're in the summer and have a tendency to be kind of fortnightly with shows, you'll find that the news is constantly being updated. So if you want to swing through and grab that, you can even go to the audiopodcast.co.uk/news, and it will actually bring you up the news feed as it's being built as well. So I'd recommend that to you as well. Don't forget, if you want to, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, G-Podder, and Stitcher. That's great. And that leads us to the plunder. Arg. It seems very lonely when you say it by yourself, though, doesn't it? A great one here, though. Keith McMillan has a great article about the use of Web-MIDI within Google Chrome. So it's a shame that Sam isn't here, because this would be for Sam. He'd love this here. But it's an article about making music in the browser with a particular focus to the fact that MIDI has now arrived with the latest update of Google Chrome. That was obviously announced at Google I/O. What would be a fortnight ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. So A nice little development there, and perhaps if you're looking for a summer project, you might want to investigate the use of MIDI within the Google Chrome browser as well. And I'm sure we'll see Web-MIDI rolled out into things like Firefox in the coming months as well. So that's quite exciting to do. Oh, well, so that's it. That was the audio podcast, episode 154, Fruit Stream Insert. I was Scott Hewitt, and I was alone in this task. I hope you've enjoyed the show, though, and we'll be back probably next week, but maybe in a fortnight. But for now, goodbye.